welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fantastic yarny community. Hey, returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Monday with me. Mondays is usually dedicated to Make Along Monday, and I have a lot of make alongs that I want to show you today. But I also have another FO, and I need to show it to you because it's going out in the mail on Tuesday. So let's start with my make-alongs, and I have a finished object. It's a couple weeks late, but you know, life and all that fun stuff. Last month for Judys Creations and Crochet's flower cowl, and I'll pop a picture of the inspiration here. It was gladiolas. And I love gladiolas. I think they're so beautiful. And I wanted to do a boggy blanket. So I started it and I didn't get it done in time, but I finished it last night. And I loved the way it turned out. I did a rectangle modern granny, and I just did a kind of shell border for the edge. And I made this one's, oh shit. I made this one just inside the parameters. So this is like 32 wide by 44 long, because I figure everybody's making the big sizes. Well, there's little kids too. I mean, they start at what, like 6 years old? So I thought, why not have one that fits the parameters, but it's a little on the smaller side. But I love this blanket. I love these colors. This one was made with, sorry for bumping, I have Karen lava cakes that I made this with. The two colors that I used were Candied Flowers and Rosewater Biscuit. And now I don't remember which one is which, but I used two full and a little bit of the second. I think this is Rosewater Biscuit, maybe, I don't know. But I used two full, and they have 481 yards. They are a 60-40 cotton acrylic blend, machine washable and dryable. It's a number 4 medium. It says use 5.5 millimeter hook. I used a 6. Only because I wanted to be a little drapey. I love this yarn so hard. I have more over there that I'm like, I've been just kind of hanging on to it. I can't wait to try to do something else with it. What it is about these cotton blends from Karen, they're fabulous. So, I got these, I believe I got these on clearance. If I'm not, yeah, I got these on clearance for $5. So, anyway. But this is how it turned out. So this is, and I have ends to sew in, so don't comment about my ends. This is for Judy's cowl from last month. But I just wanted to show you that I did get it finished. And I really love the way this one turned out. Oh, God, sorry. It's going to be hard for me to show you blankets and stuff in the next couple of days. I've done something to my shoulder. My rheumatoid arthritis is flaring up and my shoulder is frozen and it really hurts. So anyway, this is the Judys Creations and Cowl, or Judys Creations and Crochet flower cowl. This is the blanket that I made that will be going to Boggy Creek. The next blanket I'm going to show you, you've all seen a million times, but I'm making really good progress on it. I didn't show it to you last time. This is my Double Dog Dare knit blanket with Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I think I'm still behind. I think I'm 2 weeks behind because I just finished row 53. And if that's the case, I need to get my butt in gear. But anyway, I'm using the Karen Anniversary Cakes in the color Tropical Butterfly. And I started the next section and moved my lifeline up. And this is where we're at. This is going to be a really nice fall throw. And it's really, I'm surprised it's not as big as I thought. I might be a tight knitter or something because it's really not that big. But I'm loving this. It's a learning curve. You can see where I made one mistake right here. I did the wrong row, but I thought, the heck with it, I'm going to keep going. This thing is riddled with mistakes, but that's okay because I'm learning from it. The next one that I do is going to be better because I'm learning. This one, I'm learning what the stitches look like, how they're done, how they fit together, what they're supposed to look like when they're, you know, when you're done with a section. So, like, yeah, you can see where I made the mistake right here. I should have knit when I purled, or I purled when I knit. I don't know what I did wrong. Whatever one it is, it messed it up. Well, that's the wrong side anyway. But look, you can see it more there. And it's kind of cool. If you think about it, it's kind of a cool little design element. But again, it's not how the pattern is written. But that, for me, is okay. Like I said, this is a absolute learning experience. And I'm kind of digging it. I love these colors. And I have another whole cake left of these in these colors. And Laura's doing another double dog dare with making a sweater. And I'm thinking, wouldn't this be cool? Chunky sweater. And I have the other cake is up there on top of my bookshelf. And I'm thinking I might use that because I don't have a lot of bulky yarn. I cleared out all of my bulky yarn and sent it to Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too, because I really don't enjoy working with it with crochet. Now with knitting, it seems it doesn't bother me. So I've got some bulky up there that's a cotton blend, and I've got another one of these. So I have to decide which one I'm going to use to do the sweater that Laura is daring us to do. Her and her dares, right? Oh shoot. Okay, so I'm having a real struggle here, guys. Okay, now that's the double dog dare nipple. Oh, and I'm using 10mm Knitter's Pride bamboo needles on a, I think it's a 36-inch cord. So that is that make along. Now comes to the part where you have not seen, because these are two new projects that I put on the hook yesterday. And let me tell you, yesterday it was my birthday, and I had every intention of putting a birthday sweater on the hook for myself. I had picked out a pattern, and I went to my library to go print it, and it was gone. I don't know what happened to it, and I know what it is. So in the process of going to look for it, I found about 7 other sweaters that I wanted to do. I got to the point where I'm like, I can't decide. I cannot decide what sweater I want to make. I want a pullover that I'm going to do in fingering weight. I thought about attempting another raglan style, because I never do well with raglan style sweaters. I do way better with seaming them together, you know, making flat panels. So I got in my head and I'm like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. We're taking a step back. I'm going to clear my head. And then I remembered that I had this yarn from Full Spectrum, which is Thrists and Stitches. This is the 80s Cowl Miami Vice colorway for Jackie at She's Got Yarn Too. No, Jackie at Crochet HD. It's Monday. Jackie is with Crochet HD. Nancy is She's Got Yarn Too. Anyway, this is 100% extra fine superwash merino with 19.5 micron, 437 yards of fingering weight, 100 grams. This stuff is so soft, you guys. So I decided that I am going to do a Tunisian project, and I'm going to do it with that for the cowl, because she extended the cowl until the 15th, so I figure I can get this done. And for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the pattern. The pattern is on my computer, which is in the living room. I will pop the name of the pattern here. I think it's Ocean something. I don't know. It's a really pretty pattern. And it's using a stitch that I've never used before. It's the smock stitch in Tunisian. And this is what that yarn looks like when it's caked up. So pretty. And it's a one skein project, which is good. I should be able to fly through this. Per the pattern, I am using a 5.5 millimeter Tunisian hook with a cord. These are my Knitter's Pride bamboo, which I really like. And I was kind of sad at the beginning. I'm like, I want a metal one. No, I'm really happy with the bamboo ones. I really love the Knitter's Pride. I love the point on that hook. It just is really good for Tunisian. And this is how far I've gotten. You can see the smock stitch. Isn't that a pretty stitch? I really, really like the texture of it. I really like how this is going. And it's a fast stitch. Once you get the foundation done, you just book through this. And it's these are my daughter's colors. She loves everything about these 80s colors. She's an 80s baby. But you can see that's a better look at the smock stitch. It's really nice. And this yarn is so soft and squishy. This is going to make a fabulous cowl for the winter for them. So this is going with Jackie at Crochet HD's I Love the 80s cowl. So that is make along number, that's 1, 2, 3. And the last thing I put on, I know, right, one more thing to put on the hook, plus I'm doing all those squares, which by the way, I am booking through those squares. Blanket number 4 is almost done. Keep them coming, guys. I'm, again, overwhelmed, but in a good way. So, okay, back to my make-alongs. The final make-along is Judys Creations and Crochet's cowl for September. September is my birthday. Yesterday was my birthday. I had a wonderful day. So her pictures today for this month is Asters, and I'll have the picture in here to show you. And there's so many pictures in this, or colors in this picture. And I had originally picked out, I think this was the yarn that I picked out, and it's got all the colors in it. It's got the greens, it's got the reds, it's got the yellow, and this is just too busy for me today. And I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. So I set that aside and I pulled out this Vitalana Oasis. It is a DK weight, and it's 50% alpaca wool, 25% Peruvian Highland Merino wool blend, and 25% Surrey alpaca in a DK weight. And I caked that up into this. And then I had a bunch of this left over from a sweater that I did, which is the Soft and Sleek DK. This color is linen. And I am making my own pattern. I've done the math. I've figured it all out. I'm making another rectangle wrap, and I'm calling it September Morn. Kind of, you know, like the song by Neil Diamond, and that it's September, and yeah, and it's going to be perfect for September mornings when it's chilly. And it's because I could not find a pattern for what I wanted. I've seen things similar, but I wanted one that had that knit look, that had no holes in it. I wanted something that was, you know, just warm and cuddly, that can be either thrown over your lap, thrown over your shoulder. So this is going to be another long one, but I'm doing it the short row way instead of, you know, long stripes. These are going to be done in color blocks. And I'm starting with the knits. Well, I did a 2x1 rib, So I did 2 knit, 1 purl, 2 knit, 1 purl, like you would do if you're knitting. And then I'm doing the knit stitch in the linen, and that's going to go for about 100 rows. And then for the next 36 rows, I'm going to alternate sections of this and this. And then I'm going to do 136 rows of just the solid. And then I'm going to do the exact opposite. It's going to be a mirror image. So it's going to be the linen, and then some stripes, and then a solid section of and this color I think is called Morocco. Yeah, the color is Morocco. So they'll have a solid section of that, and then it'll do the mirror image of the stripes until it goes to the solid. So this yarn is soft. I love Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. It is so soft. These two together, I think, make a really pretty project. Even though this one has a bit of a halo to it, I think they still go together really well. I think it's going to make a fantastic project. This is about 25 inches wide. It'll stretch a little bit to probably 28 inches wide. I started with, there's 79 stitches on here. I am using a 6.5mm Knitter's Pride bamboo hook with a long cord, because all my short cords are being used on other things. So this is really kind of annoying, but I'm not going to switch cords back and forth. I'll just let this dangle. And the way this is working up in this DK Soft and Sleek is so pretty, and I'm really liking it. And I haven't decided if I'm going to fringe this. Depends on how much yarn I have left over. I have more of these. These are the only 2 I have of this. So this is where I'm worried that I might run short. But I'll adjust it if I'm running short. I'll just won't make the middle section as wide. It'll work. We're winging it. We're making it on the fly, but it's going to be what I've been looking for, I do believe. So that is all of my make-alongs, and I'm really loving Tunisian, and I'm glad I decided to come back to it and work on these projects. And I just lost all those stitches. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Lost it. I'm gonna have to lose a whole row. Oh well, that's okay. That's my fault. So anyway, that is my make-alongs, which I'm really excited about. So I still do have plans to put a sweater on my hook for myself, because I bought that beautiful yarn. Hang on, I'll show you what I want to do. Bought this Marisol. It's wool, alpaca, and silk, and this beautiful navy blue. I'm making myself a sweater out of this for my birthday. It's soft and beautiful. I just don't know which one I want to do. So anyway, these are over on the bed. My plan for today was I was going to take today off, and I was going to reorganize my yarn room. I was going to move furniture and move shelves and put up my new shelf. Well, no, I'm not. I can hardly move. So there will be no furniture moving today. So, oh well, that's what it is. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to show you guys is that I finished the Haven Light cardigan, the third one that's going to Michigan. Hold, please. Thanks for holding. I had to go get the yarn. So anyway, I did a third version of the Haven Light cardigan. This one, I did a little more modifying of it, mainly because I was afraid I was going to run out of yarn, but I like the way this one turned out also. Instead of the big heavy ribbing at the bottom, I just did a couple rows of half double crochet like a herringbone, and then started the pattern. My daughter-in-law, who this one is going to, she's a shorter girl. She's, 5 foot nothing, and so it didn't need to be as long, so I didn't mind losing the length of the bands. So that also made me change the neckline of it. But this is how it finished out. It is so gorgeous. I love the way this turned out. It's so pretty. As you can see, I used 2 different color yarns. I started out with the Yarn Bee Chloe in Bisque, which is the taupes and the creams and light gray. And then I switched to the Denim and Sand, which has the same color tones in it, but then it adds in the blue and the apricot, and it's so pretty, and the gray. And I just absolutely love the way this turned out. I think it came out gorgeous. I used I had 5 balls of this, and this is what I have left of. These are 2 separate little ditties, because I did, for the sleeves, I used each one. So I used all of one and most of the second. So this is what I have left over for that. And then I have 2 more of these left over. So these are definitely going back into another project, probably a shawl, because I love this yarn. It is so soft and so beautiful and so warm. It's gorgeous. This is definitely going to be put back. I love how this works up. I used a 5.5mm hook. I used my dots hook for this. I did not put pockets on this one. Again, because I wasn't sure how it would look, but I still, I have enough. I might throw some pockets on this one. And you know what? I am going to do that. I'll do that this morning real quick, because the pockets were really fast. But this is the 3rd one. So this is for my daughter-in-law, Brittany. This one here is for my granddaughter, Carson. And then this is for the woman who won the raffle. And this one was done in Kubu in the white. So these 3 sweaters are done, and they're going off to Michigan. I still have 2 more to make, but I'm giving myself a break from sweaters for a little bit. I'll get back on them here pretty soon, because, you know, it's getting to be sweater weather in the Midwest, and they're gonna need them there. So I'm gonna give myself a few weeks off, and then I'm back into the Haven Light sweaters. So I just want to make sure I got these to show to you. So that's it, guys. I am loving all the squares you're sending. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages over here. Haven't gotten today's mail yet. Well, there is no mail today, because today is Labor Day, so there will be no mail today. So Tuesday should have a full box, because I have said so many people saying, I've sent your squares. And if you're doing the double duck dare, make sure you have 17 squares with a note saying it's part of the double duck dare, quack quack, so that we can put Laura in Granny Square hell. And with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful Monday. If you're using this as a long weekend, enjoy your long weekend and be safe. Above all, be kind to everyone, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye.